This might be the biggest day for Palantir. Palantir is back in the spotlight, and Wall Street is paying attention to it. The numbers are shocking. A massive 1.4 trillion Palantir might come in just a few hours, and around 23 billion has been cited. People are hyped, and analysts are giving their final signals. What is happening? And why Palantir will make a lot of millionaires soon? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Today might actually be the day we've all been waiting for. Palantir is officially playing in the big leagues now. Its stock just exploded, shooting up to around $125 a share. The hype is unreal. Investors are buzzing, and there's this electric feeling in the air like something massive is unfolding. But what's even crazier? It's not just retail investors jumping in. Wall Street just flipped the whole Palantir community on its head. It's chaos, in the best way possible, and it seems like it's getting out of control. Billions of dollars tied to Palantir are suddenly on the move, and now there's this wild prediction floating around. Some are saying Palantir could actually hit a market cap of 1.4 trillion way sooner than anyone expected. That kind of number used to sound like fantasy. Now, people are starting to believe it. But wait, before we dive deeper into those sky-high predictions, you might be wondering, how does this reflect on Palantir's current price chart? Well, one analyst nailed it. He pointed out something that most people missed. Palantir was one of the very first to flash a real breakout. It formed this textbook double bottom pattern with a handle, and when it pushed past that setup, things started looking very real. And here's the kicker. Back in early April, it totally ignored a bearish pattern that usually scares people off. That was a major signal. It was like Palantir shrugged it off and said, "Nah, we're not done yet." That kind of strength, that kind of confidence, it's exactly what you look for in a stock that's ready to lead the charge. First ones out of the gate tend to be the strongest, and Palantir is running like it knows where it's going. The momentum is building, the chart is screaming strength, and the sentiment, it's shifting in a big way. If this keeps up, we might be looking at the next giant, right in front of our eyes. And here's what's even crazier. While a ton of people are turning super bullish on Palantir, one well-known analyst just threw a totally different kind of energy into the mix. Jim Cramer, Jim Cramer just called Palantir the greatest meme stock of all time. He went on to say that the so-called dumb money will stop buying once Palantir hits around $345. According to him, retail investors are just obsessed with the company. But here's where it gets wild. If you follow Jim Cramer long enough, you probably know when he trashes something, it usually ends up doing the exact opposite. It's almost like an unofficial indicator now. If Cramer's bearish, the stock might just be getting started. So when he throws shade at Palantir, it might actually be a big, flashing green light. And get this, while he was trying to be negative, he casually dropped that Palantir could hit $345 per share. Think about that for a second. That's not just a small jump, that's a massive leap. So even while he's calling out retail investors and mocking the hype, he's also kind of confirming that this thing has serious upside. It just shows you, no matter how loud the opinions get, bullish or bearish, you can't ignore the facts. Palantir is moving with momentum, and the potential here is still huge. The growth runway is wide open, and love it or hate it, this company's not done yet. And another huge reason why Palantir is far from done. Investors are going absolutely wild over it right now, and not just your average folks stacking shares. The big dogs are in. Wall Street is all over Palantir. And the craziest part? They're not just tossing around hype. They're working with serious numbers. Morningstar, one of the most respected research firms out there, dropped a bombshell a few months back. They said Palantir's total addressable market could hit around 1.4 trillion by the next decade. And that was before the whole warp speed momentum kicked in, and before supply chain chaos started driving even more demand for what Palantir does best. So it's probably even higher now. And wait till you hear this. They basically took their old estimate of Palantir's fair value and quadrupled it. That's not a small upgrade, that's a full-on re-rating of the company. They're saying the market might be undervaluing Palantir even with the hype around it. The AI revolution is just getting started, and Palantir is perfectly placed to ride that wave. Not just as another software company, but as one that actually helps people make smarter decisions in real time, with smarter data. They compared Palantir's future to what Salesforce did back in the day, taking messy, bloated processes and turning them into clean, powerful systems that made businesses faster and sharper. But here's the difference. Palantir isn't just organizing sales calls. It's helping hospitals, militaries, manufacturers, you name it, completely transform how they think and act on information. This is next-level stuff. And the way Palantir's tech works? It actually gets better over time. The more you use it, the smarter it becomes. It's like a living brain inside your business, constantly learning and tweaking itself to help you make better decisions. And here's the kicker. Once a company starts using Palantir, it's super hard to walk away. The value is just too real. It's not a flashy dashboard or a quick fix. It's a system that touches every part of an operation. That's what Morningstar means when they say customers stick. They're locked in, because switching would literally cost them productivity, money, and in some cases lives. This isn't just enterprise software. It's mission critical. And with more commercial businesses jumping in, spending big, and seeing real results, the growth story is just starting to heat up. So yeah, the noise around Palantir? It's not just hype. It's backed by serious research, real-world impact, and Wall Street's growing obsession. And get this. In just a few hours, Palantir is set to drop its latest earnings report. That could be the rocket fuel that launches this thing straight toward that trillion-plus valuation. If the numbers look anything like what people are expecting, we might be about to witness history. But did you know? It's not just Wall Street that's piling in on Palantir right now. It's the institutional giants too. We're talking heavy hitters like BlackRock, who are going full beast mode on Palantir. These aren't short-term traders. They're the long-game players, and they're doubling down. The latest filings just dropped, and the numbers speak loud. Institutions were buying, not selling. Over 900 funds are now holding a massive chunk of Palantir, and most of them either added more or jumped in for the first time. That's a huge signal. These guys don't chase hype. They move when they see something real. And guess who made the biggest move? BlackRock. They grabbed another 15 million shares, bringing their total to nearly 200 million, which is around $23 billion. That's a monster bet. It means they're not just watching from the sidelines. They're betting hard that Palantir's just getting warmed up. Now think about what that says. You've got everyday investors hyped, Wall Street doing full write-ups, and now institutions making power moves in the background. That combo doesn't happen for just any stock. It's because Palantir isn't just a company. It's becoming a must-have. And the shocking part? The numbers are actually wild. According to one analyst, it's like Wall Street bets level wild. At this point, you can't even tell if it's Wall Street doing this or just a bunch of meme legends hitting the buy button at the same time. Here's what went down. Over $5 million just flowed into Palantir call options, but not just any calls. These were calls betting on the stock to hit 150. That's not some small, safe move. That's a full-on moonshot. And when that kind of volume pours into that kind of bet, it says one thing. Some people out there are insanely confident that Palantir is just getting started. This kind of aggressive options activity, it doesn't just happen out of nowhere. It's usually backed by serious momentum or insider conviction. Maybe it's big money hedging. Maybe it's just really bold retail traders. Either way, it's not random noise, it's fuel. It adds even more pressure on the upside, because when calls stack like that, the price can push harder and faster than expected. And even when you zoom out and look at where Palantir's at right now, breaking charts, getting attention from major funds, being talked about on every financial platform, it's all adding up. The stock's not just rising, it's building a wave. And now even the options market is screaming, this thing might blow past what anyone thought. Bottom line? When people start throwing millions at sky-high targets like that, it's a message. And right now, the message is clear. Palantir's not done. It's just getting warmed up. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.